Hello, how's it going? This is Charlotte from Aroma Oracles. I'm going to be doing a reading for the month of June for the sign of Libra, our air sign Libra. The scales, justice. That is from, let's see, the range of Libra is September 23rd through October 22nd. Libras are very balanced and diplomatic. They're also really artistic. So this is for you, Libra. I'm going to start with one of my magic cards here. It'll make sense in the end. So let's just pick one of these for Libra, please. Okay. I'll put that to the side. This will be like your word of the month. You can take a guess of what it'll be in the meantime. But it usually summarizes the whole reading at the end. So let's oil up with my bliss. Everybody knows I love my bliss here, my bliss blend. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on and get grounded. Welcome in all of Libra's angel spirits, guides, committee, and guardians, as well as my angel spirits, guides, and guardians, to see what needs to be said for Libra this month for June 2025. If you do find this video at another time, today is actually June 2nd, but if you find this video at another time, it's totally meant for you. It's timeless. It's meant for you for whenever you find it. So there you have it. So let's go ahead and dive in and let's see where Libra is at right now. What's going on with Libra? Angel spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Libra at this time? Ooh, that's a lot. Let's do a little bit less, please. Where is Libra at this time? Okay, we got connectivity, jeweled web. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the cards and then we'll go over them all together, okay? So let's see. What is, the guidance for Libra? What do we have for Libra? Guidance for Libra, please. Any guidance? Thank you. Mindful groupthink. All right. And what is hidden from Libra at this time? What is Libra not seeing at this time? What is hidden? Whoa. It is Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. Okay. And what is the challenge for Libra at this time for the month of June 2025? What is the challenge going on for Libra? Oh, got two cards this time. Root Girl, the disowned self, and First Breath, beginner's mind. That's your challenge for the month of June. And then encouragement. Let's throw a card. Whoa, you got a little stack there. You got a few cards. For encouragement, you got gestation period, winter's dream, magician's sword, confidence to use your magic, vanishing mirror, ego sublimation, netcaster, preparations come to fruition. This is exciting. Experiencing life as it comes, drifter. And crown games, right use of power. Okay, that's all in the position of encouragement. Let's do possibilities now. Possibilities for Libra for the month of June 2025. Angel, spirits, guides, committee, and guardians. Let's see. Possibilities for Libra. Possibilities. Whoa, that came flying out. Skywriting the fates. That's possibilities for you. And last but not least, what is some action that Libra can be taking for the month of June? What's going on? Some action. Okay. Will-o'-the-wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. All right. Okay, so let's dive in. I'm just going to kind of get a little bit lay of the land here. Let's see what's going on. Okay. All right, so where you are currently right now, jeweled web, connectivity. So you're discovering who lights you up, what's going on. Maybe your tribe is expanding a little bit, or you're understanding who's got your back and who doesn't have your back. You're kind of like looking into what is the best place for you to be. You definitely want to hang out with the people that light you up and then kind of speak your language so that you can move forward. So connectivity. So maybe there's some things happening where your tribe is expanding, like I said. Let's see if there's any other messages around connectivity. Got 2 cards here on the table. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. So yeah, I'm guessing that you're expanding here. And perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out and common grounds. I'm going to say somebody else got these same exact cards. That's really interesting. But for you, let's see. I just kind of want to feel this out a little bit. So where you are right now, it feels like, so things are expanding. Your tribe is expanding. You're discovering who lights you up and who doesn't light you up. Maybe you have been kind of isolated lately and feeling a little alone, but you're discovering that, things are really great in the community. So really stepping forward and building that community within yourself, understanding there's a connection there. You are the scales, there's a balance. So you kind of need that balance. I know you like to be alone, but then you also like to be social. So it's all about perspective. And even though you might feel alone in some things, it really doesn't matter. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. I'm sorry. It's just basically down here, it's saying none of this matters. Zoom out and find the common ground. So sometimes it's like we get so, we put our blinders on because we're so intent, so focused on what we're doing that we don't really get to see like what's going on. But then sometimes our blinders are so far out that there's so much information and it can be overwhelming. So it's like, maybe you're just learning to kind of, see a little bit on the outside, but still kind of remain focused on the things that you desire. So yeah, connectivity, the jeweled web. And let's see, so guidance for you right now. So it makes sense, mindful, groupthink. So maybe whatever it is that you're trying to create here, it's going to take a village, right? And just living life, sometimes it really just takes a village. So maybe that's what's happening here, is that you've been kind of isolated for a while and you've been doing things on your own and stuff. And now you're ready to kind of branch out and allow other people to kind of be a part of your life or your projects, or, you know what I mean? So that's pretty exciting. So the guidance there is definitely branch out a little bit. Understand that there's other people in the world that are like you, or like-minded at least, that maybe will help launch or feel secure or that kind of stuff. What's hidden from you, though, is the Fool's Embrace. So transmuting the pain. So maybe there's some things that you kind of put by the wayside or just tucked in your pocket, and now it's kind of starting to rear its head a little bit. And you're like, oh, this doesn't feel so fabulous, right? And so then you maybe you have the tendency to kind of like, when you're feeling that way, you kind of isolate some more. So when that happens, it's like, maybe there's something else. What can you do to transmute that and transcend it and understand that it's a part of you? It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's who you are. It's the very makeup and creates the beautifulness of you. So like when we feel kind of cathartic and sad like that, this is a reminder that Source is shining down on you, and it's okay. It's okay to feel those ways and to have those experiences. Everybody's got baggage, right? Everybody's got a past. Everybody's got something. So it can feel really lonely when we're in the soup of it all and in the doldrums of it, and that we have a tendency to possibly isolate. But right now, what's kind of coming forward is that your guidance is telling you, Source is saying, get out there and maybe join a group or some kind of organization, or some kind of meetup or something like that. That's, lean in on other people that think like you, or maybe have had the same experiences. Maybe there's some camaraderie that's going on. What might be a challenge for you at this time, though, as you're doing this and transmuting this pain and moving forward, which can feel very vulnerable and probably outside of your box. Sometimes it's like that. What's happening is that, yeah, you're taking your first breath. It's a beginner's mind. You're doing things a little bit differently. And again, that can feel very vulnerable. But in this card, when you look at it, you're in the center of your own universe. Can you see that? You're in the center of your own universe. You're co-creating with the creator. So it's okay to fumble and feel a little vulnerable as you're trying new things. But again, you are the center of your universe. So being what's the word I'm looking for? Like acknowledging what's happening and knowing that you're outside of yourself. The disowned self is not like saying you're completely lost and there's no hope for you. It's like letting go of the things that maybe have been habitual for you before, letting go of those things and disowning that part so that you can move forward to become who you're meant to be, or who you desire to be, or expanding out into what is the next season of your life. It's really beautiful, really cool, Libra. I'm really excited. So it seems like you're just dealing with some shadow work going on, and it's a beautiful thing. It can feel kind of yucky at times, but it's a really beautiful expansion and growth that's happening. So let's just see, is there anything that wants to be said? For some reason, these cards are kind of calling to me, so I'm going to just throw one of these and see if there's any other messages on this half of the reading. It says fail abundantly. How awesome is that? So, the whole saying, like, you got to just keep trying. You got to do things. Those that have had the most success in their lives have failed miserably multiple times. And it's really cool. It's like, okay, let's just go ahead and fail abundantly and move forward. That way, with each quote failure, there's an expansion that happens and a growth that happens. So maybe that was just a little message that you needed to hear. All right, so some encouragement for you, Source is giving to you. You're definitely in a gestation period as you're going through these shadows and you're doing these things and obtaining new points of view. Be gentle with yourself. This gestation period, this too shall pass, right? Be gentle with yourself as you're doing that. The old paradigms are breaking away. The ego sublimation, the vanishing mirror, some of those old points of view are just shattering so that you can begin to see clearly into what is coming up next for you. That's really beautiful. This is kind of neat. This is like, so it says taking life as experience life as it comes. It's like drifting, and it's not like kind of just like drifting like a jellyfish and you're just floating around and like what's going to happen next. But it's like let go of the reins a little bit and allow yourself the breath to kind of just float with ease and drift with it and experience life as it's coming to you as you're expanding through that. What's really cool about this card is that there's like these pillars that are here, these walls. So as you're drifting in your sea, it's like Source is not going to let you fall off the edge. You're going to hit like the little walls here and kind of bump you back into place. Like, hey, there's going to be like these little love taps that tells you like, hey, wait a second, you're kind of falling back into some old patterns, or maybe this isn't your best interest. It's going to be like those little love taps that happen every once in a while. So this is a really great card. Crown Games. Right use of power. So when we look at this, Libra, you're an amazing part of the zodiac. You're so balanced and even keeled, So when you look at this card, though, it's like there's no body, right? it's just this head and arms. And so it's like all these ideas and this royalty and all this magic that's going on. And yeah, you can talk about it and move your arms and all of that stuff. But it's time now to incorporate all of you. Allow all of yourself to come forward. You know, as you're transmuting these old paradigms, you're able to kind of step forward and bring in all of you. So this is an encouragement for you to take note of all these wonderful traits that you have here and use them in a positive way. So like right use of your power, you know, really use them in a positive way. And really, like, again, so this is the first one in this batch was gestation period, right? Well, this one here is the netcaster preparations come to fruition. So it's like all of your hard work and everything that's been going on, it's still getting tied up in a little bow, and it's coming, and all you need to do is like throw out your net and allow everything to kind of come in. So your magic, the right use of your power here, that was in here, that's your magic here. Have confidence to use your magic. You know, there's a little heart here in the hilt. So it's like there's a lot of love in this situation. But sometimes we just need to clear away the old. That way we can kind of see the truth, you know, and allow those things to fall away so that you can begin in a new beginner's mind, really step forward. And sometimes that takes failing abundantly, and it's okay. There's no right or wrong in the situation. It's about the journey, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so some possibilities that are ahead for you is, so this is the card that you received in that. It's skywriting the fates. So it's written in the stars. It's totally there. The possibilities are limitless. You came here for a reason. You're on a quest, basically. You're a spiritual being and you came down to be human, and you're on this quest to experience life and go on this journey and expand. And as you expand, you're expanding the collective. It's a really beautiful thing. You have a contract that you agreed to. It's already written. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And the action really, so again, this kind of goes in the same. It's treasures hidden in the shadows. So as you're clearing all of these things away, as you're going through this moment of transmutation and transcendence, a lot of things are, you know, coming up, and you're experiencing them, and you're looking at them in a different point of view, and it can feel very cathartic, and it can feel very confusing, and it can feel kind of dark. But in those moments, there's these beautiful treasures that are hidden in there. There's always like these little ahas, you know, aha moments that you can breathe through and discover and have realizations of yourself and what's around and situations. There's like all these wonderful little Easter eggs that are, you know, being downloaded to you, and awarenesses that surface. So treasures hidden in the shadows. It's in the action position. So it's really about being conscious and being aware. Like that's number one above everything, is really being aware and conscious when we're getting like hijacked by our own paradigms, like old things, old thoughts, old wounds, all of that stuff. And sometimes they just hijack us, and we do things or say things that we really don't mean to do until after the fact, because we got completely emotionally hijacked. And then we look back. Like, have you ever had a moment where you were just so mad and you just like blew up, or you got really sad, or whatever it is, and you ended up saying things that you really didn't want to say, or you've had different actions, or it could be something just as simple as feeling insecure and saying something that you really didn't mean. And then you look back and you're like, wow, that was kind of silly on my behalf. I was really kind of just acting out. I don't even know what made me say that. You know, it's like, because you got emotionally hijacked. You got hijacked by your paradigms. It happens to the best of us, you know. So it's really about having the awareness when those things are happening. That way you can pause, take a big deep breath, and then realize like, oh, I can choose differently. In this 10 seconds, I can choose differently. And then if there's a moment where it hijacks you, it's be gentle with yourself. Like, wow, I really did not handle that situation very well. And you could beat yourself up about it and be mad about it or whatever, or just have a little grace and be gentle and some compassion toward yourself. Like, next time I'm going to choose differently. And that's about having the awareness that's coming forward. It's beautiful. That is like power right there, being able to just simply have the awareness. So let's throw another card around that. Okay, that just flipped over. The Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So this is a really beautiful card, and what's kind of coming out very loud is that a lot of times we respond to things from our wounded child. And it could be ours personally. It could be something that was handed down to us and it's generational. It might not even be ours. So we can simply just return that to sender. If it is ours, we can look at it and have grace and compassion towards ourselves. Like, wow, I responded from my wounded child. So this is, I'm just going to kind of bring this in and kind of let that focus. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And so what's really beautiful about that is that when we embrace that inner child and we go back to the innocence, we can kind of see things a little bit clearer, right? So the Golden Children, it's like really going back into that innocence and that playfulness and that curiosity, you know, and really allowing that vibrancy to come forward and moving into what's coming next. It's really beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, let's see what else. I'm gonna just throw one of these, I think. Okay, these are just like affirmation cards. Oh, that's too many. Affirmation for Libra, please. For the month of June 2025, affirmation for Libra. Angel, spirits, guides, affirmation for Libra, please. Whoa, okay. So we got courage. I find the inner strength to face, take two. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Look at that beautiful mandala. That's pretty. Yeah. So that could be your fear. That could be, you know what I mean? That's as you move forward again, might not feel so comforting and it might be very fearful. These cards are, so these are like butterfly cards. Butterflies are all about transformation. So it feels like, Libra, you are going through a big transformation of self. Let's see. Any messages from the butterflies for Libra? Oh, okay. You got 3 of them here. Okay, receive all things. Practice curiosity. And grow belonging. Wow. So let me just take a look at all 3 of those. Receive all things. So yeah, it's really, this kind of feels like it goes in tandem with the Golden Children and like having that playfulness and that openness and really like going back to the childhood and allowing, you know, like when we're born and we're kids, before we get exposed to a lot of things, we don't think less of ourselves. We don't think that, you know, we never have like the ugly talk about ourselves or anything like that when we first come out into the world. We don't think we're less than ever. You know, that's all taught to us. So receive all things, practice curiosity, and grow belonging. You belong for sure. That's beautiful. All right. So they just kind of wanted to come out and play. So I just felt a shuffle them and let them come out. All right. So if you follow me at all, you know I love these cards. These are question cards. You do not have to answer this question right away. It's really simply to kind of keep you activated. If you don't follow me, I'm going to take the opportunity to invite you to subscribe here, share, like, and follow. I really appreciate you. Oh my gosh, there's 2 blue jays right outside my window. How special is that? Okay. Last message for Libra, please. Open-ended question for Libra. What do we have? Let's see. You create your own reality. What you want wants you to. What do you want to experience? That's pretty cool, Libra. All that shadow work really pays off. That's a really beautiful card. Let me focus in so you can get those words too. Wow, those blue jays are having fun right outside my window. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's your open-ended question. Just meditate on it, ponder on it. Maybe some answers will come forward. That's a big, bold question. What do you want to experience? That's a big, bold question. So yeah, go ahead and ponder and meditate on that and just see what comes forward for you. You just never know. Something that's kind of coming forward is like, maybe if you like to journal, maybe when you wake up in the morning, that could be a question that you ask yourself for like the next 7 days. What do I want to experience? And it could be different every single day. You just, just play with it, be open about it and see. So these cards here, that was way too many, are different crystals. So let's just pick a power crystal for Libra. It's always kind of fun. Whoops. As you can tell, I love essential oils and I love crystals. I have a few crystals here in front of me. I have this really beautiful labradorite cabochon that I got in Arizona. It's really beautiful, isn't it? I got that in Arizona at my friend Clay's booth. He sets up on the weekends outside the Stagecoach in West Sedona. And I just came back from there. I love it there. Sedona's like home for me. So if you're ever in Sedona, go see my friend Clay. He's got a great collection of crystals. Oh my gosh. He has probably the best collection of crystals I've ever seen. He's got some really great pieces. Okay, but back to Libra. What do we have here? Oh my God, no way. Oh, I thought it was labradorite. Nope, it's preonite. Wow, that's preonite. That's what it looks like. Preonite is support to the prophetic energy of seeing and knowing God truth. This is a huge support to dreams, vision, and intuition. For those in service or ministry, preonite is a must-have because of its healing energy to restore and replenish mind, body, and spirit. It is considered the crystal stone to, quote, heal the healer, end quote. Wow, this is a great stone. This is also a great stone for organization, not only physically in the home, but also within the mind and the emotions. It supports the beholder to declutter and has amazing detox properties. I think I need this stone. This is great. Okay, and a great affirmation that you can use while using this stone is, I remember my highest truth as so does my world. Wow, I remember my highest truth as so does my world. And some really great essential oils that you could use with this stone is Angelica, Elemi, Melissa, and Rose. Ooh, those are some high frequency oils. So let me just kind of bring this in so you can see it. Maybe take a screenshot. Wow. What a great stone. Cool. So that is for you, Libra. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Oh, wait, I don't want to forget our magic card. Our magic card for the month is, it's your word of the month, is da-da-da-da, advocate. So advocating for yourself, for the situation. And again, having that awareness, where are you coming from? What's the influence you're under? Are you coming from fear? Are you coming from a paradigm? Are you coming from your truth, from your higher self? Awareness is the key. So there you have it. I'm really happy for you, Libra. You're doing some work and it seems like it's paying off. Life is good. Hang in there. Big blessings to you. Thank you so much. I will put in the description below where you can get some oils if you do not have access where to get oils. There will be a link in the description below. Excuse me, and below. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will catch you next time. Thanks a bunch, Libra. Take care. Bye-bye.